I'm Jukka from Omnium Gatherum.
I'm Markus from Omnium Gatherum, and we are touring Japan at the moment, and it's nice.
We are Omnium Gatherum from Finland, and we play melodic death metal, inventive way to approach new styles and new formations.
The band's been around already 15 years, and now our 6th album will be out like at the end of February. So old men and old band, but first time in Japan. First album came out in 2003, and after that we've been doing like albums and tours quite much. And
the first key point, of course, was the forming of the group, and after that, like a basic doing demos and stuff like it, doing gigs like then and then when the first album came out through via English label, and that was the second big thing in the band's career. And after that, the most recent highlight point has been our latest album to date, New World Shadows, and we are really looking forward to this next Beyond album and what's going to happen after that.
If you want to know like the highlight tours, we did after New World Shadows, we toured with Dark Tranquillity, for example, in Europe, and it was a really big point for us because the band was formed back in the day when we were listening like the Gallery album of Dark Tranquillity, and the band was really big influence for us. So nice to tour with your heroes. And also Dan Suano had produced our 3 latest albums, or mixed, and Dan Suano was a really big influence in the beginning too, and his band Edge of Sanity. And
you always have to mention the fact that when you're touring and playing gigs, and when the gigs are going so well, they are always those kind of like culmination points and the things that really like matter and make all this shit worthwhile.
Let's hope that the next highlight of our career will be like today, with here in Club Asia, playing in Tokyo, which will be awesome. The first night in Tokyo yesterday was really good, and I'm sure this will be even more awesome.
Yeah.
Nowadays we are in Life Force Records, which is German label. Of course, they have been a big help for us, and things are going really well with the label because it's average-sized label, so we are getting much attention from the label.
I would like to think that when you're working with labels, it's a kind of ups and downs, of course, like in everything. But I think we have been like really satisfied, especially with Life Force Records. Yeah, they have done an amazing job, and of course, always things don't go as you plan them. But that's the one point of excitement in this whole career, the whole thing. And then you have to just like pick yourself up and move forward. But nothing like major problems or issues hasn't happened ever. So it's been smooth.
It's been like they've been doing a really good job in Europe, and our fan base and success have been growing a lot in Europe. So now we're hoping to launch it like to Japan territories, like starting do new things here and that kind of stuff. So the new beginning.
Okay, the older like Gothenburg style death metal bands, like At the Gates, older In Flames material, of course, Dissection,
Dark Tranquillity and Edge of Sanity we already mentioned, and older bands like Iron Maiden, of course, and maybe Death from USA have been a big influence for us, and these UK bands like Anathema and My Dying Bride in the beginning, and
we can't forget Megadeth.
No, Death and Megadeth.
Never, Death and Megadeth.
Aapo is a bear.
And a Santa Claus.
Bear and a Santa Claus. And Jukka is a lion. is something beautiful, some beautiful animal, like Bambi. And
our drummer Jarmo is a statue, yoga statue.
Yoga statue and a monkey. And I don't know. Jope is a jopparai. Jope is a jopparai.
Old man.
And I don't know. I'm humanoid.
Well, basically beyond this a continuous chapter to the Redshift and the New World Shadows album, but it's an original album still. It has a lot of new things, new inventive metal things in it, and lyrically it's about the illusion of dualism in one person's mind and heart, and when you realize the fact that it's an illusion, then you become whole. That's become whole, and that's why the album is called Beyond. But it's not like mysticism or like really like enigmatic stuff. It's really like basic day-to-day life happenings, like inside one's mind and outside in the world. Yeah, that's basically it. It can be called as a concept album, but every song still work lyrically, like every individual song has its own tale to tell. And I usually like to use a lot of metaphors in the lyrics to describe the whole different kinds of situations in life. So some people might call the lyrics a bit deep, but I don't find them so deep. I just find them refreshing.
Yeah, and maybe musically speaking, it's kind of our most melodic album to date. But maybe in that way, because many bands, when they speak, they are doing like melodic albums. It means that the music, the vocals are melodic and the music is like aggressive. But in our way, it's like more. Music is melodic, but vocals are maybe the most aggressive we've had so far, so it's kind of a diverse thing here going on.
But there is also some clean vocal moments in the album that really like balance the whole aggressive growling thing. And we like to add those little kind of spices to keep things interesting.
With the 3 latest albums, Beyond and New World Shadows and the Redshift, we've been like kind of founding the path we want to go musically, and it's just like going that to some direction and doing some new spices on top, but it's like a continuum to New World Shadows, I could say. That great man there did this possible. We owe you, Usi-One. And of course, Japan has always been like the thing for me, like to wanna go to play music here, because everyone is always saying that Japanese audience is awesome, and now we know that it is. That is not a myth.
I've been like really pleased to see that people are always talking about how Japanese people are so polite and well behaved, and that yeah, the hospitality thing has been a really like an important fact to me to find that it's true. And of course we have been really hectic because there's been a lot of traveling, so we haven't seen so much around. But you can with aggressive dogs we have been touring with. We have found that these guys are really amazing. And you know, and that's the point of finding something that is kind of like a legend to find out that it's true is so important. We are so happy to tour with these guys. Especially people coming from the western parts of the world, like from Europe or something like that. It's always a culture shock, you know, but it doesn't have to be a negative one. I would say keep an open mind and just go with the flow.
And do good music. If you do good music, it makes things possible. In fact, yes.
We did.
Uh,
Thank you for that.
2 days ago. And it's been like funny to see that here in Japan, many fans are like giving presents and stuff like that. I have this weird shirt. I don't know what it says, but I got it in Nagoya from one Japanese girl.
It says that your mom says that you are special.
Uh-oh.
So we'll
I'm
send
in trouble.
some. We'll send some.
Yeah.
Some fatsari sininen.
Yeah. Come to take the chocolate from Finland. Welcome.
Last summer we were playing in Germany in Metal Fest, and we are playing in this tent. And at the same time, Megadeth, the mighty Megadeth, was playing. And at first I was like, okay, let's see if like 1 or 2 people will come to see our show. And I was really amazed to see that the tent was quite full. So it was awesome to play at the same time with Megadeth and to play to a crowd that has come to listen to us. Because compared to Megadeth, we are relatively a new band.
I always say this, highlights of the band, there's 3 of them. Like when I formed the band, my main goal was to do a cassette demo, because all the local bands were doing cassette demos, and that's been done. Another was to play a gig at local youth center, Nelosteatteri. We've done it. And the third one was that our demo will be like played in Finnish radio show Metalliliitto, which was like legendary radio show, and we did. So all of this is just a bonus on top. The album will be released in Finland on 22nd of February, and we are starting the Finnish tour on the same day. And we are doing about 15 gigs in Finland first, and then it seems that we'll be heading to European tour in May. And it's supposed to be our first headline tour, so we'll see where it goes. Looking forward to that.
Those plans are still on the table, but I suppose so. If the stars are aligned, we will be participating the festivals, but we don't know yet. Yeah. But I think we will.
Motto sake.
Arigato. Stay metal, friends.